Did you just start learning the piano and you have no idea how to practice or what to even practice? This video will cover the perfect daily practice routine for beginner pianists. It will get you to playing your favorite songs fast. There is no fluff in this video. This is what you need to do. The first part of your routine is a warm-up, and the warm-up is going to be broken into 3 special parts. The first part is going to be finger work. This is going to be exercising your fingers and making sure that they can move quickly. We're going to be running through the 5-finger scale like this. We're going to put our right hand thumb on C and our pinky and our left hand on C, and we're going to go up and down like this. Then we're going to move up to D and do the same thing. Then up to E. Continue up to F, G, A, B, and back to C. Once you've done that one time, we're going to practice playing it smooth, and then we're going to practice playing it staccato, which means short. So I'll show you what smooth means. It's kind of what I just did. But staccato would sound like this. It's important to warm up with these 2 different techniques because you're going to be using both when you play the piano. So here's a little bit of how the warm-up would sound staccato. And so on all the way up to C. If you're looking not only for a practice roadmap like we're discussing in today's video, but also a full roadmap to how to learn piano and play your favorite songs fast, I recommend watching my free training. In this training, I'll show you exactly how I take my students from 0 to playing their favorite songs in months, not years. Head to the description of this video to watch it on demand. The next part of your warm-up is going to be the full scale. So you just played the 5-finger scale, but the full scale has 8 notes. And if you're wanting to get into the nitty-gritty about scales, I've got tons of videos on this, like this. And we're going to start on an interesting scale. Most people start with C major, but I'm going to tell you actually to start with D flat major. Don't freak out. I know that sounds terrifying. Hear me out. The D flat major scale is actually the easiest one to start with. So what you're going to do is put finger 2 and 3 on D flat and E flat. So we'll start the scale like this. 2, 3, curve your thumb under. Then the rest of your fingers are right in line for the next notes. 2, 3, 4, thumb on C, D flat, then you're just going to come right back down. Your left hand is going to feel similar, which is why this is a great scale to start with. So you've got finger 2 and 3 on the same black keys, thumb on F, and come back down. So it's really similar to your right hand. So watch them hands together. The reason I picked D flat, like I said, is because your hands are curving around at the same time, and that's not the case for every other scale. So watch me play C major. You're gonna see my fingers moving around at different times, which makes it way harder. Notice my right hand thumb is curving under. Now my left hand's doing something. Left hand's going, right hand. And that for a beginner is really hard because your hands are doing totally different things. So like I said, step 2 of your warm-up should be scales. And that was a great starting point to start with D flat, and you can check out my other YouTube videos if you want to learn more. All right, the third part of our warm-up is going to be chords. So I'm going to start you off with C major, and I'm going to show you my chord warm-up. So let's start with our right hand. I'm going to put my right hand at the lowest part of the piano. And I'm just going to practice playing C major all the way up the entire piano. Some people struggle to reach that low, which is totally fine. If that's the case, then just start in the middle of the piano and move upwards. This exercise is going to help you get used to playing chords one after the other without pausing. So then, after you've done your right hand, try it with your left hand. And you don't have to go as fast as me. Once you can do it well with your hands separately, then put them together. And like I said, you don't have to go as fast as me. In fact, if you're a beginner, I recommend holding the chords longer, like this, and going slowly. So I would pick a few chords every day and practice doing that warm-up. So you could start with C major, then do F major, then G major, and that could all be one day. Keep doing those chords until they get easier to you. Then add 3 new chords. So then you could add A minor, D minor, G minor, and keep going until you learn all of the major and minor chords. This chord warm-up is essential because it helps you get used to playing one chord after the other without stopping, which is something you have to do when you want to play your favorite songs. All right, after you've warmed up, now we want to learn some songs because after all, that's the whole reason we wanted to play piano, right? So for a beginner, I actually recommend going to a particular website. It's www.ultimateguitar.com. On this website, you can search pretty much any song and find the chords to those songs. So I'm going to take you through me looking for a song on this website and the process I would use to learn a brand new song and every single step I would take. So here I am on ultimateguitar.com. I'm going to search for Imagine by John Lennon. I can see the rating by looking for the stars and see which one is pretty good. So it looks like this is a very good version of the chords. First, look at the top of the song and decide if you know and are comfortable with these chords. It's really nice they have the chord charts for the piano as well. Now scroll down, you can see the chords lined up with the lyrics. Just like with our warm-up, I'm going to take you through a few phases of learning a new song. So for phase 1, learn the basic chords. Practice each line in very small chunks like this. I just practiced the first 2 lines of the song, so take it in small chunks. Don't try to play the whole song at once. This is a more productive way of practicing. Learn a line or 2, then add another, and then practice all of those lines together. You're going to reach parts of the song that you struggle with. You need to narrow in on the problem when that happens. So tons of students start from the beginning of the song and play to the end over and over and over, and that is really unproductive. So what you want to do is narrow in on what you're struggling with. So let's say I struggled going from C major to the C major 7, like this. All I would do is practice going from C major to C major 7 back and forth until it became easy to me, like this. Over and over. And then you will clean up that part that you're struggling with. After you've learned all the chords and you're comfortable with it, phase 2 is to make it more interesting. You can add different styles of playing. You can add dynamics, loud or soft. You can change the tempo. So instead of basic chords, I'll show you how John Lennon does it. So in this phase 2, make it more interesting in the ways I described: loud and soft, slowing it down, adding arpeggios, and so on. In my online program, the Piano Accelerator, I really go into detail on how to make chords sound great, even for beginners. This is a common question. How many songs should you be working on at a time? I'd learn at least 2 to 3 songs at once. You won't learn them overnight. It's a long-term project. But if you practice a little every day, you will make so much progress. Another very common question I get is, how long should I practice? I don't tell people a specific amount of time. I tell them to set a goal for each week or day, and however long it takes to reach that goal is how long you should practice. But if you want an actual number, 30 minutes to an hour is great. If you don't have time, just do 10 minutes because showing up is the most important part, and I have a whole video on this. This video gave you the perfect practice session, but if you don't have the full roadmap, you'll keep guessing on what to do next. You might find yourself bouncing between random tutorials, unsure if you're actually making any progress or just wasting time. That's why I created a free training that gives you the exact step-by-step roadmap I use with my students to help them go from total beginner to playing their favorite songs confidently and quickly. Head to the link in the description to watch the free training now and finally learn piano with a plan that actually works. And if this video helped you, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.